What's going on, guys? It's Jackson here, and I'm back with another storytime video. This video is about a guy you never want to be when you're chilling with some friends. It's a pretty funny story, and yeah, let's just jump right into it. So this story took place my freshman year of high school, and once again, it was a weekend and me and my friends didn't have anything to do. But on this day, my friend James wanted to go get a bong for himself. Now this was the kid that didn't really smoke that often, so it was kind of weird to us, but it was whatever. So we all go to our local head shop, and I remember James made my other friend go and buy a bong for him that was like $45 or something. And after that, we did a bit more talking, and we just decided that we would go up to my house in the mountains, and we would chill there for the next couple of days. So at this time, none of my friends had a car, so we all had to take an hour drive up with my mom, and it wasn't necessarily a bad drive, but towards the end, I started to smell something out of my friend's bag, and this is always a shitty situation to be in if you're a younger teen, but we had to finesse the bud because this was all we had for the sleepover, alright? So we get up to my house and we immediately tell my mom we're gonna go on a hike. And we weren't actually going on a hike, but you all know what we were doing. So me and my friends end up walking like 2 miles out to this abandoned storage shed. And this is usually where all the fun would go down. So me and all my friends get comfy and we start passing around James's new bong. And about 15 minutes into it, James falls over and just starts moaning. And at first we thought it was a joke, but this guy would just not get back up. So after a little bit of him doing this, me and one of my friends asked him what he would need to feel better. And I'm not even kidding you, James got up, looked at us, and told us he needed a blanket or else he just wasn't gonna get back up. And once we heard this, we were all pretty annoyed, but we just decided that me and another friend would go back to my house while someone else stayed with James. Now, the trip probably would have sucked if I wasn't choofed, but at the time, it felt like I was on the trail to Mordor and I was ready to destroy the ring, bro, alright? So we get back to my place, we grab a blanket, and we start walking back towards the shed. And when we were walking back, I had an idea brewing in my head, alright? But we'll get to that in a second. So we ended up getting back to the shed, and we chilled there for a little bit longer. And I started to talk to James about why he got a bong if he doesn't like smoking. Now, I can't remember exactly how that conversation went, but I ended up buying James's new bong for about $10. And if James, if you're watching this, that transaction was fair and square, all right? So it's mine. But it started to get dark outside, and we all just decided to go back to my house and watch a movie. Now fast forward to the next morning, and me and all my friends are trying to go on a morning hike. So we leave my house and we start walking over to this rock formation that overshadowed this whole valley, and I proceed to bust out my new bong, and while my other friends get a fire going. So once again, we get all comfy, but this time we had a nice fire keeping us warm, and it was during the winter time, alright? So it was pretty cold outside. So we all start passing around this bong again, and the bong gets to James. And we all tell him, nah, man, you shouldn't take a hit. Come on, man, you're not ready. You don't want to do it. And he just decides that he's going to. And not even 5 minutes later, James has been over a rock throwing up. And at first, we felt kind of bad for him, but he didn't really listen to us, so it was his fault. But then the unspeakable happened, alright? The smoke from the fire started moving towards James, and he just would not move, alright? So this made James start coughing and throwing up even more, up until the point where he just made us put out the fire because he was just being a little bitch. And yeah, that's basically the end of the story, guys. If you liked it, hit that subscribe button. And the moral for this one is, don't do things you don't want to do just because your friends are. And yeah, that's been it, guys. Peace the fuck out.